Congratulations, you got your offer accepted and you really are out of attorney review and you're totally ready to lock in your interest rate and move forward with your mortgage. So your lender has provided to you some quotes and has given you options with 0 points and given you options with points. Now, you are totally confused and you don't know which direction to go because you really don't understand what are points. So this session hopefully will help explain it a little bit more. And you know, I'm just a phone call away if you need to call me and get a further explanation on this. So what exactly are points? When you're getting a mortgage and you have a certain interest rate in mind, with interest rates that have been moving up higher in the previous year and a half, you have seen that points have come back into popularity. So what points are? 1 point is 1% of your loan amount. And points are used to lower your interest rate. It is a fee that's collected from your lender upfront to lower the interest rate on your mortgage for the life of the loan. How do you determine whether points are worthwhile or not? The way to actually analyze if points are worthwhile to buy down your interest rate is to do what's called a break-even analysis. So let's take an example. You're purchasing a property and it's $500,000, you're putting 10% down, your mortgage approximately is $450,000. The current interest rate, for example, is 7.375%. By paying 1.1% of the loan amount, $4,500 in additional fees at closing, you can lower that interest rate to 7%. What does that do to your monthly payment? For a $450,000 mortgage at 7.375%, going down to 7%, lowers your monthly mortgage payment approximately by $113 per month. What is a break-even analysis in this example? So if the cost is $4,500, you take that, divide by the savings of $113 on a monthly basis. Give or take, you will need to have that mortgage for 40 months in order to break even. So what that break even means is keeping everything equal. How long do you have to have that mortgage in order for your upfront fee to be exactly the same as if you would have paid for the next 40 months on that loan? I know that sounds a little bit of a mouthful, so let's think about that a little bit. If you owned that mortgage or you held that mortgage for 40 months, you would be in an exact equal position if you paid no points on the loan. And then if you own it after 40 months, you will benefit from paying those points up front. Do you always have to pay 1 point at closing? No. You can pay points in increments of 1/8 of a point, a 1/4 point, and they can go all the way to 2 to 3 points. But you don't want to pay points just randomly. You want to pay points to make sure your mortgage payment comes down nicely. So a lot of times when you pay 1 point, if that lowers your interest rate by 0.375%, that may be worthwhile to consider. Are points negotiable with your lender? Absolutely. You can negotiate how many points you wish to pay and what that buy down could be. At some point, your lender will say that there is no further negotiation because there isn't the possibility to get a lower rate with lesser points if it's just not available. Can the seller pay for your points? Again, absolutely. The seller can pay for your points. It can be part of a closing cost concession that your seller can pay towards buying down your interest rate. With rates high right now, that may be a really nice option to negotiate when you're putting an offer in. So if you want to get a seller concession to buy your rate down, present that. Tell your realtor that you wish to do that during the offer phase so you can buy down your interest rate for the life of your loan. The next question I get is that we have seen high interest rates now for almost 2 years. When do I expect rates to come down? The anticipation for rates to come down will take about a year, year and a half. So in all probability, if you take a mortgage today, you will be holding onto that mortgage for at least 12 to 18 months before you see an opportunity to refinance. In that situation, maybe we may not pay 1 point to buy down your rate. Maybe we may just pay a half a point or 3/8 of a point to buy down your interest rate. Whatever the case may be, it is really important for you to do the break-even analysis of what the cost of the upfront expense is and how many months you need to maintain that mortgage in order to get the benefit or the full benefit of paying that upfront cost. Are points tax deductible? If you take itemized deductions, yes, they can be tax deductible. And if you can, the next question is, can you buy points after closing? No, because you have to pay points upfront in order for your mortgage note to show the lower rate and gets recorded as a finalized interest rate on your mortgage. Give me a call. You can call me or DM me at 201-745-3426. We can go through all the rate options you might get on your purchase and show you what the break-even analysis on paying points and what are the options that you can get. You can look at points on a 30-year fixed, on a 15-year fixed, on a 20-year fixed. I don't necessarily recommend that you pay points on ARMs, but in some cases, you might get a pretty great buy down on an interest rate on a 5-year ARM or a 7-year ARM. We can definitely review those options for you as well. Shalene Methani, 201-745-3426. Thank you and have a great day.